What's up everybody, Landon here with LMR.com. Today I'll be checking out Flowmaster's Outlaw Series Catback Exhaust System designed for the 2018 Mustang GTs. Flowmaster's Outlaw Series Catback Exhaust System is going to cater to the enthusiast looking for a very aggressive exhaust tone inside and outside of their Mustang GT. Flowmaster builds this kit from 3-inch 409 series stainless steel, so it's going to withstand years of prolonged exposure to the elements. All of the piping is mandrel bent, which will provide excellent fitment and ensure a free-flowing exhaust. This exhaust system will delete the factory resonator, and in its place will be Flowmaster's Scavenger X pipe. The key player in this kit is Flowmaster's race-inspired Outlaw Series muffler, which is one of the loudest offerings in their muffler lineup. Attached to each muffler will be 2 carbon fiber tips that have an overall width of 4 inches, which will properly fill out the opening in your rear valence. Flowmaster does include all of the needed band clamps for an easy installation. Now this system does require you to cut your factory catalytic downpipes in order for it to work. The cool thing about that is the smallest point of restriction past the catalytic converters will be 2.5 inches instead of 2.25. You can cut those catalytic downpipes with a traditional sawzall, or you can pick up an inexpensive pipe cutting tool. Keep in mind you will be working in a tight area, so the sawzall can get a little cumbersome if you aren't careful. As far as fitment is concerned, Flowmaster engineered this kit to work with the 2018 Mustang GTs without the active exhaust feature. Now, let's go ahead and get this bad boy installed onto our 2018 GT. To begin the install, support the car via a lift or jack stands. Remove the 2 13mm bolts securing the intermediate piping hangers to the IRS subframe. Moving to the muffler hangers, remove the upper 13mm retaining bolt. Do this for the other side. Remove the lower 13mm retaining bolts. Our 2018 Mustang does have a SVE resonator delete X pipe installed. The removal steps are the same for anyone that still has the factory resonator. Support the piping with a jack. Loosen the nuts on the factory exhaust sleeves with a 15mm deep socket. Use a flathead screwdriver to pry back the tab on the sleeve. Lightly tap the sleeve with a hammer to move the sleeve past the small dowel on the downpipe. Go ahead and support each muffler and then lift up on the muffler hangers to remove them from the body. Do the same for the front hangers. With the assistance of a friend, slide the cat back out of the 2 sleeves and then you can remove it from the car. Measure back 11 inches from the bottom case weld on the catalytic converter. Place a mark on the piping and then go ahead and do the same for the other side. If you are using a sawzall, make a small incision into the piping first with a cutoff wheel or file. This will help with aligning the blade on the sawzall. Be sure and support the piping to reduce vibrations. Cut each pipe at the marked area. Deburr each hole. Place the provided 2.5-inch band clamps over the X pipe. Slide the X pipe over the factory piping. Ensure that the embossed Flowmaster logo is facing down. If needed, place a block of wood over the rear of the X pipe and strike the wood with a dead blow. This will help with properly positioning the X pipe. Slide one of the 3-inch clamps over the driver's side intermediate piping. This will be marked with a sticker on the inside of the pipe and should read 26702. Slide this pipe over the driver's side of the X pipe. Do the same for the passenger side intermediate pipe. This pipe should be marked with 26703. The muffler piping is pretty easy to differentiate between driver and passenger. Slide a clamp over the piping and transfer the exhaust hangers from the factory exhaust. Install the correct side into place and hook the hangers into the body and IRS subframe. Do the same for the other muffler piping. Loosely thread the hanger hardware. Ensure that the X pipe is centered within the transmission tunnel and then snug down the intermediate to X pipe clamps just enough so that you can still adjust the system. Go ahead and snug down the intermediate to muffler piping clamps and leave enough wiggle room for adjustment. At this time, you can fully tighten the muffler hangers and the hangers that attach to the IRS subframe. Fully tighten each clamp starting at the front of the exhaust system and working towards the rear. Ensure that the tips are even when doing this. You can make additional adjustments as needed. Check everything over and then start the car. Verify that you do not have any exhaust leaks and you're all finished. All right guys, we just wrapped up the install of this Outlaw system onto our 2018 Mustang GT. To be honest with you, even with the 2 cuts that had to be made, this system was pretty easy to put on. Now, of course, if this is something you aren't comfortable doing yourself, feel free to run the car down to your local trustworthy exhaust shop so they can put it on for you. What do you say we check out some sound clips and we'll get this video wrapped up? Well, this system is by no means quiet. Flowmaster is definitely right in stating that this system is for those of you wanting a very aggressive exhaust tone, both inside and outside of the car. Because of the deletion of the factory resonator and the overall physical size of the Outlaw mufflers, there will be some drone present at cruising speeds. Other than that, this is a high quality system made in the USA, all backed by the tried and true Flowmaster name. To see more how-to and review videos covering industry-leading products, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and don't forget to turn on notifications. While you're at it, be sure and check out our other videos, and don't forget to shop lmr.com for all things 1979 to present Mustang and SVT Lightning.